got a Molsect. What's a Molsect? I don't know. We're about to find out. What does it say here? Does it tell us? It's an Orbit pocket fishing work knife thing. Yeah. So, hey, you know what this is? This represents the first knife on the channel. Like, I think we've grown up or something, because this Molsect, I hope I'm saying that right. This Molsect is the first knife from a manufacturer that just sent me product. They sent it over and said, "Hey, we dig your style. We like what you're doing. We've sent you some knives. Do what you want with them. We're interested in your feedback." And so I did think about not doing this because, so far I'm not beholden to anybody, right? Like I pick knives that there's something about it that I dig visually, or on some level there's something about it that I like, and so I buy it. Like it's just me collecting knives and I get to play with them. It's expanded a little bit beyond that because I've committed to daily content, and so do I run some knives that, visually I might not have picked it? Yeah, because of course I use Timber's Edge knives as an outlet now. Like that site's purchasing inventory, and I get to kind of pick through it and go, oh, that's cool, or oh, let me look at that, or so it's like a symbiotic relationship, I guess. I pimp that site here, and hopefully some of y'all go over there and buy knives. That'd be nice. And then I get knives that I get to run content on. Yeah. And so anyways, these gals sent me two knives. They sent me this one and another one. This one feels like it weighs over a pound. It's a hefty dude. This one's a little lighter weight, so I picked the lighter weight one. So anyways, hey, we're gonna run through this knife just like we would anything else. But they just sent me two knives. Said do what you want with them. We're interested to see the video and get your feedback on what we're doing, and that felt kind of good to have somebody say that they value my opinion. It might be dangerous. I don't know. But, let me be truthful. I hear it from y'all regularly. And I have a lot of people that reach out to me on the backside for advice or opinions. Literally just reach out, send me an email and go, hey, I'm thinking about these couple of knives. What do you think of them? That kind of thing. And so I'm honored for that. Because in the end, I don't know that I have any expert opinions. Look at this. Okay. It's a magnetic pin. It says debut year, Molsect. And it's got a super strong magnet on the back. So you can put this wherever you want. You don't have to put a hole in your shirt or your hat or whatever. That's pretty cool. So that's in there. Come on. I'm digging it. Well, there's the knife. What else is in here, though? There's a reflective sticker. All right. Oh, it's even a 3M sticker. Like they're doing it up right. Come on, there it is. Nice little cleaning cloth. Come on, let's look at how big it is. I'm going to do them right. They sent me a free knife to run through, so I'll look. Would I do this with a kizer? No, because I've opened like 400 kizers, right? I've never done a Molsect, and I've never seen somebody do a Molsect. It's got a little paracord. Should I get in it and look at it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to look at it. So, yeah. What the heck? It's just some paracord so you can tie up your own lanyard. That's pretty cool. I dig it. All right. and a booklet. It's got one of, what are those called? I don't know. You scan them with your phone. Lifetime warranty. Limited lifetime. Any issues, manufacturer defect. Email. Go to the website. Well, that's pretty solid. I dig it. All right. You can't argue with a lifetime warranty, I guess. All right, what do we got here? It looks like G10. This is the Orbit. It's got their logo on the pocket clip. Definitely could use some tension there, but we'll fix that. The pivot is not machined on this side. It's just got the logo in it. That's kind of cool, but it's like slotted. And then I'm going to say T6. T6s, the pocket clip's recessed, and the screws are semi-recessed, not completely. Centered blade. Looks like a front flipper only. Let's quit messing around and get that blade out. Ooh, man, nice. Let me get all this out of here. Got lots of packing material and stuff. It's just a distraction. I look down, I see it over here. It's like, what? All right. Hollow ground, 14C28N blade. It's got a fuller on it, but I don't think I can use it. And it's got a liner lock. So I'll tell you up front, this jimping, up and over the top, combat level jimping right there. That is some sharp. I mean, if I was going to do jimping, that's the way I'd do it. I dig it. Wow. I think it'd come over, but I'm just not really good at doing that. I see guys, I watch somebody else's video and they just reach up and they grab it right there and they go boop and they just pull it open. For some reason, my old fat arthritic hands or something, I can't get there. But the front flipper on this, man, beautiful hollow ground, satin finish. I dig it. The grind is a little uneven. It's a little fatter here, and then it definitely widens out at the tip. It's a little inconsistent from one side to the other as well. I mean, that might be an area that they look at, as they continue to make knives and go down that road, possibly even higher end knives. I don't even know. This may be their budget line, and they have a bunch of really high end knives. I guess I'll look before the end of the video. Hey, I did want to mention here too. I just saw it. It's got a what's that? Like a authenticator sticker. 3D, yeah, cool. I saw it over here glowing. I mean, yeah, well, that works. Interesting. All right, well, let's get in it. I am going to have to bring a flat blade into it. And I don't know, is this one going to suffice or do I need... That's an awful lot of play there. Let me check this one. Yeah, that one's going to be better. Let's do that one. I don't need this. There we go. Lock tight. It's on lockdown, man. Oh my goodness. It's definitely on lockdown, and it is super tight. I think I've got another one of these blades. This one has been modified. Look at the tip, and thinned out to work in different pivots. So I think rather than run a risk with this, here, I've got one right here, as a matter of fact. Never mind. See, this one's all flat and thick. I'm going to use that one. So let me get rid of this one. Let's try again. Oh yeah, much better. Whew, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see. How deep am I going to go? I think I'm going to go all the way right out of the gate. And I'm going to get my little Klein tool ratchet here. Yep. And I'm going to close this blade. I think I created some play. I did get it to move a little bit. All right. Well, here we go. All right, you did your job, man. This little wrench right here, this little ratchet, so handy doing this kind of work. Ton of leverage, way more leverage than this. You know, this you're trying to turn like this. This is, I mean, you got leverage there, man. Way more than you'd ever need on a knife like this. All right, let's get a little T6 out of there. And this back one for the pocket clip's going to need to go. But I'm going to take them both because that pocket clip needs a little tension on it. So we're going to adjust that as well. No oil I see in here. Caged bearings. Captured pivot. And then these lock down the scale on this side. There's no oil in here, so I think I'll just leave that be. I mean, I'm going to guess ceramic cage bearings because there's no magnetic properties. So if they were steel, they'd be hooking up. So cage ceramics. Nice. There we go. All right. I mean, it looks good in here. I don't see anything necessarily concerned. I think I should have looked this over to see how much lockup was going on in there. I may put it back together and look to see if there's a little extra tension on that. We'll see. Well, let's wipe it down. We'll adjust that pocket clip. We'll clean everything up, put a little lube on it, and put it back together. Came apart good. I mean, this Loctite here, whew, it's that white stuff. Yeah, man. You gotta go easy on that white stuff, man. Ooh. Yeah, I'd say just be prepared. If you pick one of these up, you're going to take it apart. Be prepared that that thing absolutely may be on lockdown. I mean, if that's standard practice for them to Loctite that, you could find it difficult to get in here. I mean, I've got a nice little ratchet that I use, and if I had to use just a screwdriver, even this, I don't know. Yeah, I might not have gotten in there. This blade's gorgeous. Nice satin finish, hollow ground, and then it's been polished out. All these, where the swedge is ground in here, it's all smoothed off. Looks wonderful. Good looking blade. I do not know who the OEM is. It could be these guys. Yep. I'm going to put a little tension on this pocket clip here. And if you've never seen how to do that, I'll illustrate it real quick. You know, it's one of those things that I think sometimes I should just do it and I don't need to illustrate it. But, you know, it makes the assumption that everybody that's watching the video has watched all my videos. And that's, I don't know, that's kind of far-fetched, right? I mean, I see it every day. People are like, hey, there we go. So I just closed that gap a little bit. I protected it from my pliers and then closed that gap. It's going to create tension on this pocket clip now. Yeah, one of the things I see all the time is, hey, what's that bit driver? And these have been for sale on Timber's Edge knives for quite a while now. So I don't know if I ever said that, but if you dig this driver, just go to timbersedgeknives.com and these are on sale there. I think they're like, I don't know, I think they're selling them for like 20 bucks. Yep. So you don't got to go to China to get it. Yeah, pretty cool. There's a link down below the video. If you look down below, there's in the description, down below that description, there's Amazon links to a bunch of products that I use. That's in there. This is in there. This driver's in there. Almost all the tools I use. Even my little oil jug. I mean, like all that stuff's in there. So yeah, if you're curious about that, just look below in the description and you'll find everything you need down there. Except this. I mean, there may be a link now to this at Timber's Edge Knives. If there isn't, I need to put one there, right? All right, we're going back together. This comes up from this side, but it's captured in that top scale. Oh, come on. And standard, the D captured pivot is facing to the rear. It's kind of standard. I was going to mention, look at the size of this stop pin. That's a good beefy stop pin. Good for them. All right, bearings. Yeah, we're gonna go cage up into the blade because they've cut a recess in the blade, so that cage will go up in there, whereas the bearing runs flat on the scale, the liner. Very nice. I dig it. Man, this looks awful familiar in here. It's done right. I like it. I'm starting to get curious what the price point's going to be here, because I thought the box, looking at it, I thought it was going to be, you know, like definitely a Chinese budget piece, but I don't know. I'm starting to question that now. It's 14C hollow ground. Captured pivot. I mean, it's got a bunch of the stuff that you'd like to see. I probably need to run this screw in and out a few times. Try to deal with that Loctite that's in there. All right. Nice. Those are the pocket clip screws. Am I missing a spacer? No, it's in there. Okay. Should be able to run this knife now. Ooh. There we go. I don't think I'm tight. Nope. Nope. I'm going to back that out a little bit. I don't want that Loctite to be so bound up in there. There we go. I was going to check that action, but I'll be honest. I mean, we're at about 40% lockup here. Very intuitive. The blade is centered. Very snappy coming out of there. It does make me want to try to get that fuller. Let's get the pocket clip on. So anytime you make an adjustment like that, what it does is it raises up that front. See that front, how it's raised? Well, one of the things that I always advise to do is put that back screw in first. Because if you try to put that front screw in and suck all that tension down with that front screw, a couple of things could happen. Is you could strip out that screw, it may not catch enough threads, it may be way too much tension on it to actually run in there properly. So what I do is I'll run that back screw in and it will help pull that down. See how it's down already? Yep. And then I can come in with the front screw and finish it off. It's kind of just a little safety precaution just to keep me from having problems. Oh yeah, ton of tension there now. Well, let's get rid of, well, there's my Ronald Reagan. I don't know what's up with that, but I picked it up, man. All right, I think we've cleared the bench. Well, let's, well, where's this action? So, wonderful jimping. Just grabs, I mean, honestly, if I just put my thumb over there, that jimping's sharp enough that it'll just grab my thumb. You know, even if I'm not square, I don't have to think about making sure that I'm on there. It's just wonderful jimping, and I know I'm gushing over it, but a lot of times that jimping's just soft, and I don't quite understand it. If you're gonna do jimping, I mean, take note, man. That's the way to do it. If you like solid jimping, that's that stuff right there. If I push down into that jimping, I can't go past it. It'll shred my skin before it lets me pass that. Wonderful jimping. Front flipper only, so the action, I mean, I'm taking one little shake to go down. Very hydraulic. Access to the lock bar. This is slightly, I was going to say this is lowered, but I think this is slightly raised. The scale's slightly raised. It's got some jimping on it. It's scalloped on this side, so it does allow, pretty intuitive to reach in there and move that out of the way. It's not hard to do. It doesn't have a lot of tension. Works pretty good. Front flipper only is going to run some of you off, but very intuitive front flipper. Like if you're not a front flipper and you're going to try one, just up and just over. So all you got to do is just go over. Very snappy. I dig it. Ergonomics. So not so confident, very confident. I mean, I'm really locked in. The butt of this knife tucks into my palm really well from this position. I not so confident, very confident. I'm gonna come up short of a confident grip only because it doesn't have a legit flipper guard, finger guard that would have been, would have been produced with a back flipper. If it had a back flipper on it, it would come around right there. Even if it was an eighth of an inch, I'd be able to lock my fingers in behind it. But with all that said, I am going to say that it's a semantic short of a confident grip, because I am super locked in here. I mean, it is tucked into my palm, and I think I could go forward with this knife, even with wet hands, and not lose my grip. I'm really locked in. Of course, then there's this grip. This is really nice. Can cap it with my thumb. So now I've got a really powerful grip here. And then I can get here in a Pocketknife grip. I can go here. Now my palm is up on that, just right up on the edge of that blade. But I'm capped with my thumb, and I can go here. And of course, I'd rather be here than here, because this is going against the lock. I'm going to, I'm trying to make impact with the dull spine of the blade, versus here, I'm impacting with the sharp edge, the tip, and naturally coming into that blade, and I'm going against the stop pin and not the lock itself. So, anywho, yeah, decent ergonomics. I dig it. Let's check that pocket clip now. Pocket clip check. Can I pet that doggy? Yeah, I think that doggy's gonna hunt. Yeah, it's a standard clip, man. Deep carry, goes all the way in. Got their logo up high on the clip here. The hole affords itself a nice grip. This is a F5 clip, man. F5 Tornado could grab these shorts, take them 200 miles downrange, dump them in a field. You walk out there, and this knife's going to be stuck to that material right there. Now, I did put tension on it, so out of the box, I'm going to say it wasn't like that, but with a little tension put on it, I mean, it's very capable. Is that the way they should send it? I've asked the question once or twice. Should they put a ton of tension on it like I like it, or just put standard tension on it so your average Joe could put it in his pocket and take it out? I guess they should do it for the average, because the way I like it, I'll adjust it. If you want it like I want it, you probably adjust knives as well. So yeah, pocket clip solid. Safety. Wonder if we can make blade contact. Yeah, there's no contact through the liners, through the scales in the back, and the tip is well recessed down in there. So clip's good, tip's good. I can handle this knife any way I want, and I don't have any concerns about catching that sharp part. Let's check that detent on the bottom. Yeah, it's a nice little snappy detent. Sucks that blade right in, and it'll retain it in there. So I don't really have any concerns about that blade popping open in my pocket. Let's check that lock real quick. We're about 40%. I don't really see any reason to check it. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Good lock up on there. It's nice. Well, how's that 14C? How's that grind? This is a test of a knife manufacturer right here. Can you send out a sharp knife? Yeah, it's sharp like a razor blade. I will say, I'm going to mention one more time, that the grind is a little inconsistent. It's a little fat here, then it thins up it through here, and then it really gets fat up here towards the tip. And, I don't want to say that that's a sign of inexperience sharpening, because the knife is sharp as a razor blade. It don't need a strop, nothing. It was smooth as could be through that paper. And for all I know, the OEM's been, they've been making knives for 100 years. I don't know. So I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say on this one, the edge is a little inconsistent on it. It's not horrible. It's not ugly in any way. Yep. It's got this fuller on both sides, nice little swedge on the top. The jimping for the ergonomics, I kind of get it here, but not really. It's down, recessed down in there enough that I don't really get to it. So, moment of truth. Price and availability. Let me check it out. Okay, well, hey, listen, they sent me an affiliate link to Amazon, or they sent me a link to Amazon, and of course I could link this knife in Amazon, and I have a affiliate link, which helps the channel. If you purchase from Amazon, I don't know. I think that Amazon channel at this point, those affiliate links pay me $3 a month or something. Like I'm not making any money there, and I didn't really do it to make any money. But they also sent me their website and invited me to be an affiliate, which I think they invited me to be an affiliate. I don't know. Maybe not. Here's what I could tell you is you need to go to Molsect. Let me tell you what it is. Molsect.com. Yeah, so if you're interested in this knife, go there, and I'll tell you why. Amazon has this knife for $49. G10, steel liners, steel pocket clip, nice satin finish on a 14C, hollow ground blade that's razor sharp. Good ergonomics, nice action. I mean, $49 for 14C right now. For a new name knife, I guess that's reasonable. But if you go to their website, $39. Now, I mean, I would say if you're down with a front flipper and this knife looks appealing at all, $39 is a good price for this knife. Come on, man. Yeah. They're doing it well. And they have a lot of knives. I went to their website. They have a lot of knives there. And so I'm excited to see what they do. You know, I'm excited to see what they come with, man. And I'm definitely going to be watching. We've got another knife we'll check in as well, but this is the Molsect Orbit, and it comes in black G10 as well. You know, this gray G10, man, it would take purple and look like tiger stripes in there. It would look so good. Maybe I'll do that because I think in the end, what's going to happen to this piece is we'll give it away. Yeah. Yep. I think that's fair. Yeah, I don't. Somebody put this knife in their pocket. What a great little carry piece, man. It's pretty awesome. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. I definitely appreciate Molsect for sending it over. It was fun, man. I dig it. And it's a good little knife. So, all right, y'all. See you.